One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, First Bank Stadium, home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Vanderbilt Commodores. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Commodores will put total leather to crank us up. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Offense in a bunch formation. Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. Smacks it with the stiff arm. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play in there inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. They say it's still a game of field possession, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got enough space, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Commodores offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Gardner. Here comes the heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. And the Commodores will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wants to throw on 1st down. Dumps it to the back. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out, he had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
Takes a hit as he fires. It's caught downfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Offense set on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw again. There's the pressure. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and that receiver might have used a push-off to get free. Some hand fighting at the point of the catch will draw the penalty, but this one is going to go against the offense. Now it's 1st and 20 for the offense. The give to the back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Give to the running back. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
On fourth down, going to the air. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's brought down. A short return to the defense. Comes out on top with a pick. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Bring in the heat. And they won't make the connection. Looking to make a big play there.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
Thanks to grab. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's third and long from the 30. Looking downfield, it's Gardner. And they fail to hook up on third down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can...
Turning it on! Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
He got past the sticks and slides to a stop, but there is a flag on the play. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. The Yellow Jackets look to keep this drive humming. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Finds his tight end. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And the Yellow Jackets pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got his man, makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Yellow Jackets getting set on 1st and 10. Grabs behind the line, it's Taylor. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Under fire. Grab near the marker. It's Taylor. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
1st and goal. Georgia Tech.
That's the end of the period, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. A first down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by... There he goes! He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Pulls and throws out the RPO. Lowers those pads. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Gardner. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. Behind the chains now on second and long.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Under fire. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run.
Pulls it in down the middle. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest. Vanderbilt
has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, David.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
They'll run play action. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. The Commodores send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything they're playing.
Breaks into the open. Got a little space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment beat. Dang, you talk about home field advantage? Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now this offense is back on the field. They'll give it to the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. And the Commodores with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Here's the handoff. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Wants to throw. It's Gardner. Pocket breaking down. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And the Commodores decide to punt it away. Wants to bring it back. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Wants to go up top. He's got an open man. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
All right, defense, it ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Pulls it and fires to the left. Ball is loose.
Great job by this defense, not getting down, not quitting. They gave up some yards. The offense got in the red zone, but the most important part of the field, they came up big, forced the fumble, and get the touchback.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Back to throw, it's Gardner. Got his man on the right. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Powers through the defender.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Punt is on its way. Catches it at the 30. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Running back searching for a hole. Got the first down and still on his feet. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now on first down from the 40. To the air on first down. Going for the big play. He's got it inside the 15. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He'll set up to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Welch. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. Just enough time for one final play in this half. To the air, it's Gardner. Pressure coming. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Yellow Jackets will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Nothing went right in that first half, in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession. Your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Wants to go up top on first down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The Commodores have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to throw, it's Gardner. He tries to take the top off. Makes a grab for a big play. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Caught in the backfield, it's Cooper. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Looking to throw on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And the Commodores now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Off the play fake. Going for it all. And it's picked off right at the goal line. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The Yellow Jackets backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. From the gun, running back on the move. Tough run across the 5. He'll get it all the way out to the 8-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He's going for the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Commodores! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Number 13, set to advance on the football.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. Off play action on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw, it's Grimes. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Going right and going deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Blasted as he lets it go. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end. Great place to start for this offense. Makes the grab.
I don't know if that's the coverage. Wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Rushes on him. Got his man. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. The Commodores come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick completion to the right. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just...
Touchdown, Vanderbilt! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. It takes advantage of great field position.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Western Michigan is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 14 to Fresno State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this.
Oh, he's got some space. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Back to throw, it's King. Now he's going to break the pocket. He's going to take off. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. First down for this offense. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man. It's Taylor. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. A shot toward the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Rides the back and leaves it. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Gets it out quickly. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. On the move. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think
Touchdown! Georgia Tech! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. That first thing to break your way, Palmer.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making.
Turning it on!
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Man, the sack, and this offense has just struggled. They haven't done anything right, and they got a full quarter to go. Like, They got to find something in this next quarter to hang their hat on, something to leave with some positive vibes.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones.
Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And they take it in for 6 more points. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Gardner. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive...
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
Kick is in the air. Let's see what he can do with it. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So, listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. With jet sweep pass. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. 1st down.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.